Raiders, John, have dropped 5 straight and 7 out of 8. So we need to do a complete turnaround if possible tonight.
Well, first of all, we are at home, and it sure feels a lot better than it's been feeling because it seems like we've been on the road forever. Been a strange day here in Murfreesboro. We've had rain off and on, little showers, but it looks like it's all cleared out. The only bad thing is that the wind is not coming from the south. It's coming straight out of the north. So maybe we won't see a lot of home runs and we can have a good ball game.
A lot of bright sunshine right now. Temperature in the upper 50s. And as John said, that wind whipping in out of the north should be a good night to be a pitcher if you're a baseball enthusiast, because that'll hold a few balls up in the air for the outfielders. We'll take a break. And when I come back, going to be talking with Blue Raider pitcher Ethan Mbimbo, who raised a lot of eyebrows with his performance on Tuesday night at North Alabama. Back after this 2-minute break on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Raiders open a 3-game series with Louisiana Tech today. Going to visit with pitcher Ethan Mbimbo, who is one of the newer players on our roster. And first of all, welcome to Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Your bio is interesting in that you went to school in New Hampshire. That's where you're from, I assume, but it also says something about South Carolina, and then you played baseball in North Carolina, so you're kind of a world traveler.
Oh, yeah. So I used to live in New Hampshire, got recruited by Rutherford College all the way up there, and ended up going to school in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I was there for 2.5 years, ended up going down with a few injuries, and I decided to transfer to a small school in Mount Olive, North Carolina, University of Mount Olive. Spent 2.5 years there, and now I'm here.
So your first couple of years were basically just fighting through injuries, and were you able to come back at the Division II school and kind of get back into your real self?
Yes, sir. So I went down. First year was that COVID year. Ended up losing that year, and then the year after that I had hip surgery. And coming back from hip surgery, everything was good, and started getting some elbow pain. Had to get Tommy John, and it was a long process. But yeah, I owe it all to Coach Watt over at University of Mount Olive. He took a chance on me, and I was able to find myself again, find the love of baseball, and couldn't be more grateful for him.
Well, you've obviously got a lot of staying power, and to fight through all that you had to do. And it, they say it helps build character, and I guess that's true, but it also helps make you a better person.
No doubt. I mean, you really learn about yourself in times like that, and it really is like a more mental than physical battle. And I couldn't have done it without my parents, my family, role models in my life. And again, I'm just so grateful for everything that people stood behind me during that tough time to get me to here.
I've seen some of your folks down here to games.
Yeah, they've been once, and they're in South Carolina right now, and hopefully they can come and see more games, and they'll be at the Kennesaw State Series too, so that'll be a good one.
Well, you made a mark the other night at North Alabama with that relief 5 2/3 innings, and you were spot on. And tell me about the outing and what was working for you, and how did it go?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those outings where we kind of got off to a slow start and got my number called, and just kind of fell back onto my training and everything. And it was one of those outings where everything seemed to be going my way. And behind the plate, Jackson Janillo was a huge help for me. And having that catcher back there being the wall that he is, it's helpful like that. But yeah, it's just really trusting my stuff in scenarios like that and leaning on my coaches and my preparation going into the outing.
Well, we were broadcasting from ground level, so I didn't get a chance to see it from up high, but it looked like you were just coming after those guys with a lot of heat. And what was your best pitch?
I think it really came down to just slider command, being able to land the slider for a strike, and it opens up my fastball to go in and out to both sides of the plate. And just having those two pitches working it's a good recipe for me. Okay,
your last name would lend itself to a number of nicknames that your teammates would put on you, so any of those that you could use on the air.
Yeah, so I mean, my nickname here is Bimbo. That's been my nickname probably since I've gone to high school, and I've just embraced it, and it's just my name now. I'm used to being called that, and I love it.
All right, you've been in the South long enough to adapt to Southern food. What do you miss most about the food you had up in New Hampshire when you were growing up?
So I come from an Italian household, and up north we were a little outside of Boston. So those Italian delis, that pizza up there, it's hard to beat. Kind of miss it, but I mean the South is awesome, and I love being here too. Warm weather. What's your favorite Southern food? Oh, that's a tough one. I kind of got a taste for peaches down here too, and sweet potatoes, like sweet potato casserole. My parents started making that on Thanksgiving dinner, and I love it. All right. Well, we wish you success in the future. Congratulations on a great outing the other day, and we need to pick up a win, so let's do it tonight. Yes, sir. Go Raiders. That's Ethan Mbembo, a very personable young man, pitched on Tuesday night in North Alabama in exactly this kind of weather, and pitched 5 2/3 in relief and had 13 strikeouts, John. We haven't seen that from him this year.
We have not. What a great interview. What a good kid.
So the two head coaches are meeting at home plate. That would be Lane Burroughs for Louisiana Tech in his 9th year. Jerry Myers, 3rd-year head coach of the Blue Raiders. They're changing lineups, and, of course, Coach Myers going over the ground rules here, which is traditional before the first game of a series. Going to have some youngsters go on the field with the team when they're announced, and that'll be coming up shortly. Right now we're going to take a 2-minute break, and when we come back we'll have the starting lineups for you. 2 minutes now on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Well, the conference at home plate is broken up, and the baseball to be used by our opening pitcher has been tossed out to the pitcher's mound. It's time to take a look at our starting lineups. Brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit one of their 28 Middle Tennessee branch locations. Ask for your MTSU debit card. John, what do you got?
Well, what I've got is this. For the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs coming in to Reese Smith Field tonight, leading off will be the third baseman, Colton Coates. Batting second, the right fielder, Garrison Berkeley. Batting third, the second baseman, Michael Ballard. Sebastian Mexico is their DH. He'll bat fourth. Zeb Ruddle is the left fielder. He bats sixth. The 6 and 7 hitters are brothers. Batting sixth, the catcher, Eli Birch. The center fielder, Thaxton Birch, bats seventh. Trey Hawsey is the first baseman. He bats eighth. Will Safford is the shortstop. He bats ninth. On the mound, we're going to see a left-hander, Luke Cooley. For the Raiders, leading off, Eston Snyder in center field. Brett Von Dolen bats second tonight. He'll be at third base. Tyler Minnick in his familiar place, both behind the plate and in the three-hole. And Hayden Miller will be the first baseman tonight. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth, Keaton Ray, the left fielder. Batting sixth, shortstop Matt Wolf. Clay Badalak will be at second base tonight, batting seventh. Kenny McKinley, the DH, bats eighth. And batting ninth is the right fielder, Brett Rogers. And on the mound, getting his second start of the season, will be left-hander Colin Kerrigan.
All right, John, the team not yet on the field. We have a few seconds here. Let's pause. First 10 seconds for station identification as you're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Plummer, John Callow with you for the opening game of this three-game series with Louisiana Tech. I want to wish a happy birthday today from the Blue Raiders to Steve Sonneberger. Blue Raider from 1983 through 86, played for Coach John Stanford, and still has his name in the record book in a number of categories for most games started in a season. He's tied for fourth there with 16 in his senior year. Most wins in a season, 9 also in that senior year. Strikeouts in a season, 102. That's ninth all-time for the Raiders. And complete games in a season, 5, also in 1986. Happy birthday today to Steve Sonneberger.
Too bad he's used up all his eligibility.
Yes. So the Raiders have taken the field Last out is our starting pitcher, Colin Kerrigan. And in just a moment, we will have the playing of the national anthem. So we're going to take a 2-minute break now, 2 minutes, and we'll be back with first pitch on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
Having a first pitch thrown out, the honorary first pitch thrown out by Chris Rochelle, proud Army veteran and serving as the assistant director of the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center here on campus. His wife and children, Aiden and Bailey, are out there, and I think it was Aiden who threw out
he
the
delegated
first
responsibility, and I've seen worse.
So
he can't be, but more than 4, 5, 6 years old,
at least that.
Yeah.
So the Raiders
effort,
set them for you defensively with Tyler Minnick behind the plate, and at third base will be Brett Von Dolan, shortstop Matt Wolf. Clay Bandalak plays second. Hayden Miller is at first base with Keaton Ray in left, and Eston Snyder in center, and Brett Rogers at right field. And on the mound is the big left-hander, Colin Kerrigan.
Colin Kerrigan making his 8th appearance, his second start. He's thrown 11 2/3 innings, giving up 10 runs, 7 of them earned on 15 hits, 9 walks, 8 strikeouts. He's got a 5.66 ERA, it's a 5.40. I was looking at the man below him. 5.40 ERA, and no decisions, no saves.
So let's get him in the win column tonight.
We need to do that. We need to get him through 5.
Kerrigan taking his warm-up tosses with Tyler Minnick, and he will pitch to Colton Coates, Garrison Berkeley, and Michael Ballard, first 3 hitters for Louisiana Tech. They're 21-12, 6-2, and leading Conference USA. Middle Tennessee 15-18, 2-7 in the conference. And we mentioned the fact that earlier that the Bulldogs have won 4 straight. The Raiders have lost 5 straight. So let's see if we can turn those numbers around tonight.
Well, they're 6-2, and right behind them, Western Kentucky at 6-3. They had a ball game last weekend. Their Sunday game against FIU was canceled.
First pitch from Kerrigan on the way, and it's in for a strike.
And that is at 6:06.
1 strike. The count to Colts. Coates, the third baseman, hitting .293, right-handed batter, and takes a strike. Kerrigan got the slider over the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Bright sunshine on this afternoon. The day didn't start like that. It's not how it starts, it's how it ended. There's a line foul down the right side and out of play.
You know, we've seen a lot of teams stacking right-handers against our left-handed pitch, and this is more balanced. They've got 5 righties and 4 lefties?
Coates, the switch hitter, is batting right. Hits the ball in the air to right field, and with the wind blowing in, it's going to hold that ball up for Brett Rogers. He'll make the catch, and that is out number 1. So a good, efficient start for Colin Kerrigan here in the first inning. And he'll pitch to Garrison Berkeley, the right fielder. He is a senior, but it's his first year here. He's a transfer. The pitch to the plate. Takes it low for ball 1. Transfer from Texas Arlington. Takes pitch inside.
You know, according to their game notes, 84% of their roster have played someplace else before they've come to Ruston.
Yeah, they had to just rebuild their entire team this year. There's a strike call, 2-1. Only 2 players in their starting lineup played against us in the tournament last year. Michael Ballard, the next hitter, and then Will Safford, their shortstop. Pitch is low, and that bounces away from Minnick for ball 3, 3-1. Berkeley hitting .318. He has 4 home runs.
Well, and we do not want him to be on base because he is a runner. 10 of 12 in stolen bases.
And he is on base.
Well, so he's going to be running, I guarantee it.
Have to keep an eye on him. So 1 on with 1 out. And Michael Ballard, their second baseman, will stand in. He's hitting .313, 6 homers, has an 11-game hitting streak going. But the thing that, as a throw to first, the thing that really stands out to me about Ballard is his defense. He started 64 games last year, made 1 error in the field. And this year, he started all of their games and has made 1 error this season.
That's amazing.
Strike called, inside corner.
You know what that tells you is he's sure-handed, but then we need to see what does he have range. Sometimes you have enough range that you create errors.
Go to first, runner back.
Yeah, you can just barely get to something, get your glove on it, but you can't handle it. I think he has range, though, if I recall.
Here's the pitch, and it's low for ball 1, 1-1. Tech played on Wednesday night, so they hopped on a bus Thursday and motored on in. High for ball 2. And that's not really to be taken lightly. That's a long 8
trip.
Hours at least.
That is that's a haul.
It takes just about all day
to
get to Ruston. The pitch inside, ball 3.
This is not good.
Well, he walked Berkeley, and he's behind Ballard 3-1.
Well, we may not see Berkeley trying to steal second base. Why should you here?
And ball 4 will put runners at first and second with 1 out. And Sebastian Mexico will be the batter. He is their cleanup hitter, the DH, a left-handed hitter. 333 average with 4 home runs. He's a transfer from Fordham University in New York, so I guess he's accustomed to this weather. Infield double play depth with 2 on and 1 out. Kerrigan's pitch misses outside, ball 1.
He had 2 of those 4 home runs in a single ball game. That was last week.
Kerrigan with the pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. Count will go to 1-1. We got your favorite spot, John, with the sun in your eyes here.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Late in the afternoon. Lights are on here. And we're just underway. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mexico. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left center field and deep. Keaton Ray is back on the warning track. He'll make the catch there. The runner's tag. The throw comes to second, not in time. So that's a long fly ball. And, John, with balls hit to left field, the way this wind is blowing, might aid them a little bit, but it's certainly not going to help anything to center and right.
You're right about that. When we see the ball get out of here with the wind blowing like this, it's always going to be to left field, and usually from from left center field across to the line.
This is Zeb Rudell. Zeb is a left-handed hitter and takes the first pitch from Kerrigan for ball 1. So 2 outs, second and third now. 2 men in scoring position for this left-handed hitter. And he will take a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rudell is a sophomore from Monroe, Louisiana, which is only about 30 miles north of Ruston. And he is a transfer from LSU. The pitch. Strike 2 called. It's 1-2. In fact, they have a number of transfers from LSU. So they must be part of their minor league system. Huh?
I guess.
The pitch. Check swing, and he went, I think. Yes, he did. Or did he?
The umpire, there in the middle of the infield. And that's Jairo Martinez said no swing.
Well, that was...
I thought so too, dude.
Not a very good call. 2-2 the count. Strike 3 called. No question about that.
None whatsoever.
And Rudell called out on strikes for out number 3. So that is all in the first inning. Kerrigan pitches around a couple of walks. No runs, no hits, and 2 men left. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Louisiana Tech nothing. Middle Tennessee coming to bat as you listen to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom half of inning number 1. No score in the game. The Texters, or the Bulldogs, or the Diamond Dogs, as they like to call them down there, taking the field. Will set them defensively for you with Eli Birch behind the plate. Colton Coates at third. Will Safford is the shortstop. Michael Ballard at second. And Tom Halsey will be Trey Halsey at first base. Zeb Rudell in left. Thaxton Birch in center. Garrison Berkeley in right field. And on the mound will be the left-hander Luke Cooley.
Luke Cooley making his 9th appearance, all starts. He's thrown 36 innings, given up 17 runs, 14 of them earned on 33 hits, 15 walks, 45 strikeouts. That's not a bad ratio, 3-1. He's got a 3.50 ERA, of 4-2 record. Opponent's hitting 239, but left-handers only hit 220 against him, and we've got some left-handers in our lineup.
Cooley is a junior from Waynesboro, Mississippi, and a transfer from East Central Community College, so he's a first-year player at Louisiana Tech.
Been their Saturday starter. Week before last, went 8 innings, had a no-hitter through 8 innings, picked up a win, was Conference USA Pitcher of the Week.
Preston Snyder leads it off for the Raiders, takes ball 1. Pitch came in high. Snyder hitting .373, continues to lead the team in that department, and in stolen bases with 18. There's a strike, caught the inside corner, 1-1.
In that ball game 2 weekends ago, struck out 10, only walked 2. Threw 135 pitches.
Snyder hits one down the left field line,
foul.
curving foul, and
bounced,
rolling down in the corner near the visitors' bullpen.
It almost bounced into the bullpen, but somebody in the bullpen was going to make a play, and he clanked it back onto the field.
Louisiana Tech down the third base side. The visitors' dugout. Snyder hits it to the right side. That might get through. The first baseman stops it, can't make a play.
Yeah, that's going to be an infield hit. And it was interesting because the first baseman was playing way off the line, Dick. Second baseman was kind of playing deep, and you're right. The first baseman kept it from going through, but to do that, he had to be on the ground. Couldn't make the throw.
Snyder at first with no outs. The batter is Brett Von Dolen. Moved up to the number 2 spot in the order. And the left-hander Cooley delivers, and the pitch hit high in the air into shallow right field. Second baseman Ballard is back and will take it for out number 1.
Was on the outfield grass for a few moments, and then the wind got it, and he ended up catching that ball on the infield dirt.
So 1 out with a runner at first, and the batter is the catcher Tyler Minnick. Minnick hitting .320. Lefty comes set, and the pitch is lined into left field. Going to be caught.
Line drive.
Shoulder high by the left fielder Rudell. Minnick put a good swing on it, and the left fielder had him play just right. Caught the line drive, and that's 2 outs. Here's Hayden Miller. Moved up to the cleanup spot. Had a home run at Clarksville on Wednesday night.
So did a bunch of folks.
That was his 6th of the year.
As I recall, though, that one he hit would have gone out of most ballparks.
Well, look what a big lead Snyder's got at first.
Oh, yeah.
Cooley, they've got him picked off. Throws to first, they throw to second, and he is out. So Snyder picked off first by the pitcher Cooley. Play will go 1-3-6 for the putout at second, and that means Miller will be leading off the second inning for the Raiders. No runs, one hit, and nobody left. We've completed one full inning. Louisiana Tech nothing, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
So we go to the second inning, no score. Eli Birch, the catcher, will lead it off for Louisiana Tech against left-hander Colin Kerrigan. Kerrigan had a little control trouble in the first inning, but settled down and got the side retired with a strikeout. Birch hitting .255, has a couple of home runs. He's a right-handed batter. And as John told you, his brother is also in the starting lineup tonight. There's a strike on the inside corner.
This is not the only action on campus tonight. Over across campus, the Lady Raiders taking on Western Kentucky.
Pitch swung on, fouled out of play, and it's 0-2.
They started at the same time as us. They're in the top of the second, just like us. And just like us, no score.
2 strikes, the count to Birch.
We'll keep you posted on that one throughout the evening.
Another swing and a foul out of play. Around Conference USA tonight, Western Kentucky is at Liberty. And we are at liberty to tell you that. Same time for the start, I think. Dallas Baptist is at Jacksonville tonight. Here's a pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Badalak scoops it behind the bag, throws across his body, and gets him at first.
Good job.
Nice play by Clay Badalak. And that is out number 1.
Well, he was, he had to be, on 3 steps on the left field side of second base.
At least, yeah.
To make that throw, and he's thrown across his body. I was surprised at how strong that throw was.
And this is Thaxton Birch. He's the older brother of the two. There's a strike called.
And I'm told that he is in the lineup. He's not normally the starter, but he is in the lineup because he is a right-handed hitter. They wanted another right-hander in the lineup against the lefty.
Shortens up, throws bunt, or shows bunt, and it's low and inside. Other 2 series starting tonight, New Mexico State at Florida International and Kennesaw State at Sam Houston. Pitch to the plate, taken low, 2-1. John will catch you up to date on all those games after the 7th inning stretch today.
Sure will.
Kerrigan's pitch, swung on, grounded to short. Backhand pickup by Wolf. Long throw. Got him.
Wow.
Nice stretch over there by Hayden Miller. That's 2 very good plays by the Blue Raider infield.
You know, Matt Wolf was going to his left on that baseball. Again, it looked like some of those pictures they used to put on baseball cards, throwing in the air, because that's what he did.
2 up, 2 down in the second. Trey Halsey, first baseman, takes the pitch outside, ball 1. Halsey hitting .265 with a couple of home runs. He's a big left-handed hitter. Pitch just missed the letters. Ball 2. A little bit high. Big as he is, John, he looks like he could beat that wind tonight.
If he got around and got under.
Pitch is swung on and foul tipped. Strike 1. 2-1.
Fouled that off to the left. A couple of young people were going to go after it, and I think they've been told to get back here. Get back there.
I'll see a freshman, 6'2", 240.
Yeah.
The pitch.
Oh.
Missed the knees, ball 3.
Oh, I thought he had that one.
3-1. Halsey's from West Monroe, Louisiana. 3-1 pitch. Hit in the air to left field. That's going to send Keaton Ray back to the wall, and he can't get that one. That one is going to slip over the wall at about in the middle of the Wall of Champions.
Which is one of the few places that it'll go on a night like this.
So that is a solo home run for Halsey. And for the freshman, that's his 3rd of the season. And only his 10th RBI. There was one other deep fly ball hit in the first inning to left field, and Keaton Ray was able to catch that one. Pitch to Safford is high for ball 1. Will Safford, 3rd year there, and he's been their regular shortstop all 3 years he's been there. Swinging a foul out of play, and it's 1-1. Doesn't hit much for average, but he is an excellent defensive player, and they haven't been able to keep him out of the lineup. He also is a great base stealer. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You got to get on base to steal him, though.
High for ball 2, 2-1.
And the last thing you want to do is walk a 190 hitter.
Safford out of Baton Rouge. He is also a transfer from LSU. Swinging a 1-hopper. Clay Badalak picks it up, examines it, tosses it over to first, and that is out number 3 in the inning. But with the home run, 1 run, 1 hit, and nobody left, we'll go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Louisiana Tech 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. As you listen to Blue Raider baseball from Van Wagner.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Louisiana Tech has taken a 1-0 lead on a solo home run by Trey Halsey, freshman first baseman. Hayden Miller, who was batting when Snyder was picked off first in the first inning, will lead off for the Raiders. Miller, Keaton Ray, and Matt Wolf to face the left-hander Luke Cooley. Cooley had a great outing. I think it was his last outing.
No, his last outing, he only went a couple of innings because they had some weather issues. It was the outing before that he had that great outing. I against Kennesaw State.
I guess I meant the last outing that there was a game involved.
That was a real game, yeah.
Pitches
you're
low,
right
ball
about
2 to Hayden Miller, 2-0.
Yeah, that the number that impressed me from that, first of all, the no-hitter through 8 innings, but more impressive, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts.
Line shot, and Ballard grabs it right off his shoe tops for out number 1. Second baseman,
I think
Michael Ballard with the catch.
I think the fingers of his glove were on the ground.
So that's out number 1 in the second inning. And the batter is Keaton Ray, Blue Raider left fielder. 262 for this young man who's still looking for his first home run as a Blue Raider.
He actually hits left-handers better than he does right-handers.
There's a strike call, 0-1.
5 for 16 against left-handers.
Cooley's pitch swung on and drilled, and
that got through.
It did. Second baseman Ballard tried to one-hop it, and it just skipped under his glove. So that will be a base hit.
I thought he was going to catch that.
Keaton Ray will be at first with 1 out. Second hit for the Raiders. Matt Wolf is the batter. Runner at first, 1 out. Blue Raider shortstop hitting .303. And a pitch. Swung on, hit foul down the right side, out of play. 1 strike to count.
So Cooley has faced 2 batters in this inning, and both of them have hit the ball hard.
1 strike to count to Wolf. Throw to first, runner back. Be careful over there.
Yeah, he didn't. He wasn't taking a Neston Snyder size lead, was he?
1 strike to count to Wolf. Left-hander comes set and delivers high and outside, 1-1.
That lead that Snyder had was a full step farther toward second base. You can see where Snyder had been planted in the dirt.
Pitch is high for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Raiders in their home white uniforms, royal blue numbers and lettering. La Tech is in the road grays. Throw to first, runner back.
Both of them with blue hats.
Yep.
Check that out.
Tech's colors are red, white, and blue. They use red quite a bit.
I see some fellas in their dugout with red jackets on.
2 balls and a strike. Wolf hits the ball into center field. It sends Birch back under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down in the second, and Clay Badalak will be the batter. Raiders have been playing on a lot of all-turf fields lately. They were on dirt Wednesday night in Clarksville and back here tonight with an all-dirt field, with the exception of home plate, which is all turf.
We go to all turf on Tuesday.
Pitches a strike at the knees to Badalak.
We make that annual trip up to Rose Park in Nashville to play Belmont. Some of my worst experiences in baseball have been in that ballpark.
Throw to first, the runner back. I think I missed that game.
You did.
How did I plan that?
I think you were off doing basketball. Chip worked that game with me. We nearly we were in danger of what is it when you get way, way, way too cold?
Frostbite.
Hypothermia. Yeah, definitely frostbite and hypothermia. Boy, that was cold that
1-1 now to Badalak. Keaton Ray with that base hit, leading off first. Pitch caught the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of youngsters at the ballpark tonight.
Sure
good.
are.
Always good to see them out. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and missed outside. 2-2.
Well, I know of at least one youngster that is coming to the ballpark tomorrow.
And that would be?
That would be my grandson, up from Charleston.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, got away from the catcher, and that's going to advance Keaton Ray to second base. That'll be a wild pitch.
You know, that could just as easily have been a pass ball, though. That ball was not in the dirt.
Left-hander Cooley comes set, runner on second, and the pitch, strike three called. Caught the outside corner. Badalak thought it was ball four. So that is going to be all in the second inning. No runs, a hit, one man left. We've completed 2 full innings. Louisiana Tech 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
We go to the third. Kerrigan's first pitch. Down low for ball one to Colton Coates, the leadoff batter, who flied out in the first inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Raiders trail 1-0. And a tap foul back near the Blue Raider dugout. And it's 1-1. That pitch went all the way to the backstop.
Yeah, that was a hit the bull special.
2 balls and a strike. Left-hander delivers on a line shot. 1 hop, outfield grass. Badalak over to first in time for out number 1. Well, that's 3 very good plays our infield has come up with, and you know Colin Kerrigan appreciates that.
Well, I tell you, and 4 ground ball outs. I like that.
1 out. The batter is Garrison Berkeley.
Means he's keeping the ball down, except for that 1 pitch to Halsey. Oh,
and that hit him up on the left thigh or left leg. So Berkeley, who walked in the first inning, gets another free ticket. Hit by a pitch.
Second baseman number 7, Michael Ballard.
This is Ballard, who also walked in the first inning. 1 on, 1 out. La Tech leading 1-0. Left-hander comes set. Runner's got a pretty good lead over there, and the pitch is high for ball 1.
Well, he's their primary base stealer. 10 to 12, he didn't have to steal a base.
I believe we need to check on him. Pitch is swung on, fouled off, 1-1. With one out and Kerrigan producing some ground balls here early. Infield ready in double play depth if that happens to come to pass. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That is an aggressive lead. He's gone.
Swing and a miss. Runner goes, and a one-hopper to second in time.
How about that?
As Badalak puts the tag on a sliding Garrison Berkeley for out number 2. 2-4 on the put out. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Ballard.
Good throw by Minnick, right on the money.
And Kerrigan's pitch taken for ball 1. Or ball 2 it is, 2-2. Ballard with an 11-game hitting streak coming into this one. And the 2-2 pitch in there for a call strike. And that will retire the side in the 3rd inning. Ballard fooled on that pitch. No runs, no hits, and with the runner thrown out, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Louisiana Tech 1, Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network. Rom Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom half of inning number 3 in a 1-0 game. Raiders trail it on a solo home run by Trey Halsey of Louisiana Tech. Kenny McKinley will lead it off.
Well, he can tie this up in a hurry because when he is on, he is a pull hitter, and that's what it's going to take tonight to get it out of here.
Had one of those home runs in Clarksville the other night in the 9th inning against Austin Peay. Ground ball through and a base hit to left field. Kenny on the first pitch. Singles to left, and Raiders off to a good start here in the 3rd.
Well, we've had a hitter on in every inning. Had a leadoff hitter on in the first. That was Eston Snyder, beat out an infield single. Then got picked off the bag and thrown out at second base.
Look out for bunt here, John. Here's Brett Rogers.
I think that is a really safe call.
Short lead at first. Yep. Around the butt, takes it outside for ball 1.
Third baseman playing even with the bag. Middle infielders playing back in double play depth.
And the pitch. Swinging this time and fouls it off to the left side. 1-1. Tried to fool him. Third baseman will back up a few steps now. McKinley still playing with that brace on his right leg, but he's got pretty good speed despite that. He's stolen 3 bases this year. Throw over to first, and McKinley back. Cooley's pitch. A little tap foul behind the plate. The count will go to 1-2 on Brett Rogers. Rogers hitting .337. Has a couple of home runs. Moved down to the number 9 spot against this left-hander.
Because he's only hitting .250 against left-handers.
And a pitch. Caught the outside corner, and that is strike 3 called. 1 out. Home plate umpire is Mike Mazza. David Martinez is at first, and Jairo Martinez, the third base umpire. And with 1 out, a runner at first, Eston Snyder will stand in. Had a base hit in the first inning, but was picked off the base. And that was for the 3rd out. Runner goes, and the ball pops out of Birch's glove, and that's going to be a stolen base for Kenny. So McKinley running on the pitch with his 4th stolen base of the season.
Well, apparently the scouting report has told us something about the way Birch throws, maybe.
Well, we didn't get to watch it because he didn't catch the ball.
And that stolen base had...
So runner at second base with...
We didn't get to see him throw in the first inning when Snyder was running because Snyder was picked off.
Popped up and foul off to the right side. The kids are going to scramble after that one.
Oh, yeah.
Is that in the grandstand?
It is. Give it to the kid. Give it to the kid.
Well, he could auction that one off.
Yeah, he's got at least, 8 over there.
He's just teasing them now. 2 strikes the count.
Yeah, there we go.
And the pitch. Low and into the turf.
One of the Sox got it.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Snyder. Runner in scoring position. That would be the tying run at second base in the person of Kenny McKinley. Leadoff single for McKinley. Stole second. Here's the pitch. Outside and high, ball 2. 2-2. Brett Von Dolen swinging a bat, ready to hit next. Left-hander Luke Cooley turns, throws back to second, but back in plenty of time, McKinley. Now, you don't have to complete the throw if you don't want to when you're going to second.
Well,
how many times have we go ahead and throw with McKinney standing on the base?
How many times have we seen him decide to go ahead and throw and the ball ends up in center field?
Pitch is low, ball 3. 3-2. The answer to that, John, is too many.
Yeah.
Full count now.
Got the second baseman playing up the middle.
Pitch.
Now he moves back.
High outside, and he walked him. So the Raiders have him at first and second with 1 out, and the batter is Brett Von Dolen.
And that gets him a mound visit.
Pitching coach Cooper Fouts will trek his way out to the mound and have a word with his left-hander.
Oh, I suspect he's talking about mechanics because there is no one throwing in their bullpen.
Louisiana Tech had 2 players drafted off that very good team they had last year that won 45 games and went to a super regional. Pitcher Sam Broderson, drafted in the 15th round, and Cole McConnell, an outfielder, was taken in the 10th round by the White Sox. But that ball club is mostly no longer around.
What did you say? There were 2 left on this squad that played against us in that conference game?
Yeah, Ballard and Safford.
Yeah, in that tournament game last year.
Brett Bondolan swung at the first pitch and popped out to second base in the first inning. Goes after the first pitch again and fouls it away off to the right.
One of the things you got to worry about with Colin Kerrigan is since he's most of his appearances have been in relief, is his pitch count, but it is only 49 through 3 innings. That's not bad.
The pitch outside bounces away, but nobody going.
McKinley he's
one ball, one strike.
I should have been going. Did you see him? He was kind of kicking himself as he went back to the bag.
1-1 the count. Bondolan has a 12-game hitting streak going and takes the pitch outside for ball 2, 2-1. He is tied for the league lead in home runs with 13. Got number 13 Wednesday night in Clarksville. Left-hander's pitch swung on line to right field and in for a base hit. McKinley will stop at third. Throw comes in, and the Raiders have them loaded with one out. So Bondolan sharp single to right. McKinley was held up at third base.
Well, they were pitching Bondolan pretty carefully, I thought, Dick. Maybe they've figured out that he's leading this club in home runs.
Fourth hit for the Raiders, and the batter is Tyler Minnick. He lined out to the left fielder in the first inning. Hit the ball sharply, but right at the left fielder. Pitches a strike on the inside corner.
Well, if he could do that here, he's going to tie his ball game up. Base hit's probably going to score 2, especially since that's Eston Snyder at second base.
One strike to count to Minnick. And inside, almost hit him. 1-1. Sun sinking in the west. Not in your eyes anymore, huh?
No, it's down below Floyd Stadium now.
Swinging a foul, 1-2.
High sky, Dick.
Bases loaded, one out.
Few clouds. There's a cloud. But it'll be back behind us here very shortly.
Outside, that one got by Birch, but not far enough to allow McKinney to score. And the count will go to 2-2. Miss seeing our good friend Dave Nitz, the longtime Tech broadcaster. He has stepped down from that job after 30-some-odd years. There's a foul over in front of the Tech dugout. Terry Allen is here calling the game for Tech Radio tonight. 2-2 the count. Cooley's pitch swung on, hit to short. Safford to second, out there. Throw to first, double play. That will end the inning. That is a 6-4-3 double play for the Bulldogs and will close the Raider threat here in the third with no runs. There were 2 hits and a couple left. So we have completed 3 full innings with the totals. Louisiana Tech, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Middle Tennessee, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. 1-0 Tech as we go to the fourth on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Before we start this fourth inning, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer, John Callow with you on a beautiful Friday evening at Reese Smith Field. And John, the weatherman, promises equally good weather all weekend.
Well, I'm glad.
Sebastian Mexico will lead it off in the fourth against Colin Kerrigan, and the left-hander's first pitch is low for ball one.
Across campus there in the top of the fourth, Lady Raiders in Western Kentucky. No score in that ball game.
Mexico, a left-handed batter, open stance, takes a strike, 1-1. Hitting .333 with 4 home runs. Swung on, hit to center field. That's going to send Snyder back, and it's going to be off the bottom of the wall. Mexico will pull up at second base with a stand-up double. I think that would have been gone in Clarksville, John.
With room to spare.
That is hit number 2 off Kerrigan.
Well, that fence, center field fence in Clarksville is 15 feet closer than it is here at Reese Smith Field, and the ball just, because of the way that the geography of that ballpark, the ball just carries.
Pitches a strike to Riddell, who was called out on strikes in the first inning. Louisiana Tech's center field fence is at 380, same as Austin Peay in their new ballpark. Here's the pitch, and it's a ball outside. Just missed. 1-1. Colin Kerrigan, a sophomore from Nashville, pitched at MBA in high school. The 1-1 pitch, off-speed strike, caught the outside corner, and it's 1-2.
Third base coach wants to talk with his hitter.
Yeah, that's Jake Wells coaching at third, Matt Miller down at first. Just a little player-coach conference halfway between third and home. Riddell, a .242 hitter, but was called out on strikes in the first inning, and maybe that's what the conversation was about. It's 1-2 here.
He's one of their left-handed hitters. I think maybe they're, I don't know.
Runner with a short lead off second. Kerrigan with the pitch, missed outside. Trying to catch that outside corner again. 2-2 the count.
You know what he might have been told? He might have told him, said, "Son, do not come back to that dugout if you've struck out." Had a coach tell me that one time.
Here's the 2-2.
Oh,
pretty good looking pitch there.
Sure was.
Called the ball.
Must have been low.
Full count. Kerrigan was trying to paint that outside corner again. And the 3-2 pitch. Check swing, and that is strike 3. Lost the handle of the bat.
Oh, he was just throwing it away. He was already headed. He was headed to first base, Dick.
The catcher, number 44, Eli Birch.
So 1 out,
Third base coach didn't even look at him.
So he was not throwing it away in disgust then, you think? Or
he thought he was headed to first base.
Here's the catcher, Birch. Takes the pitch inside for ball one. Grounded to second base in his first at bat. 1 on, 1 out in the fourth. Kerrigan out of the stretch, and a swing and a foul out of play. It's 1-1.
Looks like we've got the Sox and the Braves here tonight. I'll tell you what, the Braves, that is one of the most active bunch of young people I've ever seen.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Had him chasing an outside pitch, 1-2.
The Braves are having a hard time staying in one place for very long.
They like to move around, don't they?
They do.
Check out all aspects of the ballpark.
That's it.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike three. That is the first division strikeout for Colin Kerrigan. Is it second of the game or third?
That's his second in a row, his fourth of the game.
So 2 outs, and the batter is Thaxton Birch. Center fielder grounded out in the second inning. Ground ball to short, and Wolf throws to first in time. The runner had to stop and let the ball get past her. He was going to be hit by the batted ball. So Wolf made a good play on it. That is all in the fourth for the Bulldogs. No runs, a hit, and 1 man left. We will take you to the bottom of the fourth on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Hayden Miller will lead it off for the Raiders against the left-hander Luke Cooley. The Raiders have been able to get the bat on the ball against Cooley. They have 4 hits in the first 3 innings, but nothing on the scoreboard to show for it yet. Same 2 teams tomorrow afternoon. That is a 4 o'clock start. And then Sunday afternoon at 1. Miller playing first base tonight, chases the first pitch, strike 1. He lined out to the second baseman. Leading off the second inning, there's a swinging strike. And the count is 0-2. Miller, Ray, and Wolf here in the fourth inning for the Raiders. Cooley's pitch swung on and fouled back.
He just barely got a piece of that.
Count holds at 2 strikes. 1-0, Louisiana Tech leading. Ball is hit in the air to left center field, fairly deep. Center fielder Birch is over there. Miller into left center and will make the catch for out number 1. 1 down in the fourth. Keaton Ray had a base hit in the second inning. And as John told you, when he was batting then, he hits left-handers better than right-handers.
He does.
Cooley's pitch, swung on, fouled back to the screen, strike one. One out in the fourth. Raiders down 1-0. And the pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. It's 0-2.
We're getting to that weird time of the day, Dick, that twilight when it's sometimes hard to pick up the baseball if you're down on the field.
Never did pick that foul ball up. Here's the 0-2 outside for a ball, 1-2.
Light's starting to take effect, but at least we don't have a lot of clouds.
That ball is drilled past the first baseman into right field. I think he might have gotten a glove on it.
It looked like it took a hop after that would not have been natural.
But he has hit the ball like a shot in both of his at-bats tonight. So that is hit number 5 off Cooley, and the batter is Matt Wolf. Wolf fly to center in the second inning. So 1 on, 1 out in the fourth. And the lefty's pitch over but low, ball 1. Home plate area all turf. And about 3/4 of the way down each foul line, it's all turf.
Down to the edge of the infield cutout.
Pitch is high, ball 2, 2 and balls, no strikes. 330 down each line here and 395 to dead center. Throw to first, runner back. One on, 1 out in the fourth inning. Raiders trailing 1-0. Left-hander's pitch, showed bunt, and it's high for ball 3. 3-0. So I think we take one here, John.
I think so. We need base runners.
See if he can throw a strike, which he can.
Got that
3-1.
Outside corner up.
Cooley's pitch, and that one just missed. Didn't look much different from the previous pitch.
It was very close to what
So
we
that
had
will
seen.
put 2 men on with only 1 out, and that is the first or the second base on balls allowed by the left-hander.
Now, this might be a good bunting option.
Clay Badalak.
Stay out of the double play.
With
move the
McKinney
runners
up next.
Yeah. Get both runners into scoring position.
Pitch is outside, ball 1. Did not show bunt. Clay was called out on strikes in the second inning. Ray, who singled, is on first. Wolf, who walked, or is on second. Wolf is on first. Strike called, 1-1.
They don't seem to think a bunt. The third baseman is playing about halfway.
Swung on line drive, base hit. And this should produce a run. Keaton Ray will score. The throw comes to third. It's offline. And the Raiders have tied this ball game at 1 apiece. On a single in left center by Clay Badalak.
And Badalak goes on to second base on the throw. because they tried to throw. What did it look like they were throwing home? I don't know.
So Wolf over to third, Badalak to second. It's a 1-1 game. That's the 6th hit in the first run off Luke Cooley. Kenny McKinley will step in. He had a base hit back in the second inning. The pitch, a swing and a miss, strike one.
Threw him something off speed.
Second and third with only one out here in the fourth. Inside, that gets by the catcher and a run will score.
All the way to the backstop. That's going to be a wild pitch.
So Wolf comes in from third on the wild pitch. Second that Cooley has thrown. And over to third, Clay Badalak. And now it's a 2-1 Raider lead.
Yeah. And just one out. Like our chances here.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is low and blocked by the catcher Birch. 2-1.
If Birch doesn't block that one, that's gone to the backstop.
Pitch is swung on. A little tap foul was out in front of that one. And just got the bat on it. 2-2. Brett Rogers waiting to hit next. And the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. McKinley down on strikes, and that is out number 2. Third strikeout for Cooley, and the batter is Brett Rogers. Need to get that runner in from third with 2 outs.
Looks like they've got a pitcher starting to get loose in their bullpen. Actually, it looks like 2 of them.
Strike call to Rogers, nothing in 1.
Lefty and a righty down there.
And Cooley's pitch swung on, little pop into left center field, but that's going to be caught by the center fielder Birch for out number 3. That is all in the fourth. But the Raiders come up with a pair of runs to take the lead. 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 left. We've completed 4 full innings. Middle Tennessee 2, Louisiana Tech 1. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the 5th inning, 2-1. Raiders are leading. This is only the second conference series at Reese Smith Field. The Raiders dropped 2 out of 3 in their other series to FIU. And here's the home run man, Halsey, the big first baseman. It's solo home run in the second inning to left field.
Opposite field? I have a feeling that if I were to ask Colin Kerrigan what happened, he'll tell me that he hung a slider.
Another ball hit to left field and deep. Keaton Ray is back, and that one is gone.
That is
2 home runs to left field from the left-handed hitter.
Yeah, right next to the light standard out there on the left field line side of the wall of champions. Wow. What about that?
This freshman had 2 home runs all season coming into this series. He's got 2 tonight.
Both of them opposite field. Wow.
Both to left field. And this game is tied. Here's Will Safford, the shortstop, takes ball 1.
And with that, looks to me like the bullpen crew is headed to the Blue Raider bullpen.
Pitch is low, ball 2, 2-0.
Matt Wolf coming in from the shortstop position. And catcher Tyler Minnick goes out. They want to maybe settle him down a little bit. I don't know.
Maybe kill a little time for the bullpen. Nobody throwing yet.
No. They just went down there. Right now, got somebody that's starting to do his stretching exercises, but that's about his.
There's a ground ball to second. Badalak will play that over to first. That's out number 1. Well, with the exception of one hitter, Kerrigan has been pretty much in charge of this Louisiana Tech lineup, but boy, Halsey has stung him twice.
Yeah, 3 hits, and 2 of them have been solo home runs from Halsey.
Here's Colton Coates, the leadoff batter. 0 for 2. He is flied out and grounded out. First pitch is ball 1. 1 out here in the 5th inning. It's a 2-2 game. That one is low. Ball 2, 2-0. Good crowd for a chilly night.
Well, they look like they've bundled up in some sweatshirts, a few hoodies out there. See 1 or 2 blankets, not many.
There's a swing and a foul ball. Out of play, 2-1. Of course, those kids stay warm. They haven't stopped yet.
Internal energy at work. Yeah, wow.
How would you like to coach that bunch, John?
Not me.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, taken for a strike, 2-2.
I had enough trouble coaching high school kids. Of course,
1 out in the 5th.
Of course, when I was coaching high school kids, I wasn't much older than they were.
Pitch is high, ball 3. So a full count to Coates. 293 hitter coming into the game. Has a 4-game hitting streak. And the payoff pitch is swung on. Hit in the air to right field. Brett Rogers lost it momentarily.
Found it, though.
And made the catch.
That's part of that this twilight thing. Sometimes it's hard to pick it up, and sometimes you can lose it in the lights as well, and that might have been what happened.
So 2 outs, base is empty for Berkeley, who has walked and been hit by a pitch. She is yet to have an official at bat. Takes the ball outside.
Keep him off base.
And the pitch. That one missed, ball 2. Who was it had that great hit? It's twilight time.
Oh.
That was the Platters, I think.
You may be right.
There's a ground ball scooped by Von Dolan over to first in time, and that is out number 3 here in the 5th inning. Berkeley hit it sharply, but right at Brett Von Dolan, who threw him out. So in the 5th, 1 run, 1 hit, the solo home run. And we're halfway home in this game. Louisiana Tech 2, Middle Tennessee 2 on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we move to the bottom of the fifth inning in a 2-2 ball game. Top of the batting order for the Blue Raiders, Eston Snyder will lead it off, followed by Von Dolan and Minnick. Base runners, not been a problem for the Raiders tonight. They've had base runners in every inning and have picked up 6 hits off this left-hander in 4 innings, but
you know what we forgot to tell people? We forgot to tell them about the Wendy's inning last inning.
Oh, you know, we've been on the road so much lately.
We forgot all about it. But you folks won a cheeseburger. We'll tell you about that here in a second.
Surprise, surprise.
I just totally slid by me, Dick.
Eston Snyder takes ball 1.
All right, because our Blue Raiders had a hit in the 4th inning, and we actually had a couple. You can text the word single.
There's a ground foul pass first.
You can text the word single, S-I-N-G-L-E, to 83200. Did I get that number right?
Well, I'm going to have to double check.
Yeah, I'm doing this from memory right now since you didn't.
83200.
That's right, 83200. You get a online coupon that you can.
Ground ball deep in the hole. They're not going to get him. In fact, they don't even make a throw.
They did not even make the throw. That was smart.
Infield hit for Eston Snyder. Be his 2nd hit of the game.
You text single to 83200. You'll get a coupon back on your phone that you can cash in for a free Dave's single cheeseburger at any Wendy's Smyrna or Murfreesboro Wendy's location. How's that?
Making me hungry, John.
Uh-huh.
Here's Von Dolan, singled in the 3rd, and the throw to first. They picked Snyder off in the 1st inning, so
he's a little bit. He's taken about a half step. He's about a half step closer to the bag than he was that when he was picked off.
Pitch to the plate. Von Dolan taps it just over the pitcher's mound. Second baseman has to make a quick play, and
I thought he
got
pulled
him
off
at first.
Yeah, he almost pulled him off the bag with the throw. Main thing though is that that moves Eston Snyder now into scoring position with just 1 out.
Well, that would answer your question, John, about Ballard. He does have good range. Here's Tyler Minnick.
He does indeed.
That was a little chopper right over the mound, and Ballard had to charge and make a quick throw. Minnick takes a strike, 0-1. So the potential go-ahead run on at second base here in the 5th inning, and 1 out. He turns coolly and throws to second, but Snyder was standing on the base. And the pitch. Minnick hits it in the air into shallow center field. Shortstop is going to back up on the grass and
he is
make the catch.
1 step into the grass.
And that is out number 2. So 2 down. It's going to be up to Hayden Miller. lined out in the second, fly to center field in the fourth.
He could pull one down the line. We're going to be back in the lead.
And the pitch to the plate is outside for ball one.
That third baseman is guarding the line.
Yeah, he's going to try to take that away. It leaves a little bit more room to his left between the third baseman and shortstop. And the pitch, Miller swings and fouls it. Karem's
third baseman makes the play as it
caromed off the wall and went back to the third baseman.
Yeah.
1-1.
Came off the dugout netting.
Pitch is low for a ball.
Wow, that was a nice looking pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike. Hayden Miller hitting .246. He's a sophomore. Transferred in here from College of Charleston. The pitch swung on, fly ball foul down the left field line. Everybody on a long run, and that one is out of play.
Just barely. Oh, now look at that. There must be 8 kids down there running after that ball after it hit and bounced.
And reinforcements on the way. 2-2 the count.
I even see some of the Braves headed that way. There's a sock. Is that what you would call a single white sock? A sock?
Swing and a miss. Well, what you'd call that is a strikeout.
You would indeed.
Hayden Miller struck out on a bad pitch outside, and that's all in the 5th. For the Raiders, no runs, a leadoff single, but that runner stranded at second base. So we have completed 5 full innings and nothing decided yet. It's Louisiana Tech 2, Middle Tennessee 2. You're on the Blue Raider Network. From Van Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And we go to the 6th inning in a 2-2 ball game. Michael Ballard will lead it off for Louisiana Tech. Ballard has walked and struck out in his 2 previous at-bats. Left-hander Colin Kerrigan in his 6th inning now delivers the pitch, and it's a strike on the inside corner.
And, Dick, that is only the 77th pitch of the evening for Kerrigan, which is pretty nearly exactly where you would want to be going to the 6th inning if everything is going well for you.
1 strike to count. The pitch backed him away inside, 1-1.
Looks to me like Kerrigan's pitching himself into contention for another weekend start.
And the pitch. Swing and a foul. He was off balance.
I had him way out in front.
1-2 the count.
Expecting the heat and got a Real live changeup.
Kerrigan with a 1-2 delivery. It's high and outside, ball 2. Collin has walked 2, struck out 4, and allowed only 3 hits. 2 of them have left the ballpark. Pitch is swung on, hit the center field. Snyder going back, reaches up, and takes that one for out number 1.
Yeah, that's one of those that's not going to go anywhere because of the wind.
The wind out of the north, 14 miles an hour when we started the game. It was 59 degrees at first pitch. I expect it's down a little bit from that now.
Well, let me check.
Here's Sebastian Mexico.
It is. It is down to 54. Wind is down a little bit, too.
Mexico leaning back, took a strike. 0-1. So Kerrigan had him fooled on that pitch. A lefty-lefty matchup here. Strike 2 at the knees. And it's 0-2. Kerrigan delivers on a line shot, knocked off Wolf's glove into shallow left field. That's a base hit. Hit that one solidly. I think Matt was lucky to get a glove on it.
How he did, I don't know.
So that is the 4th hit off Kerrigan. And the batter is Rudell, who has twice been called out on strikes. 1 on, 1 out. Kerrigan with a pitch, swung on, chopped foul down the first baseline. Hayden Miller will field it, toss it out of play. 1 strike to Rudell. Transfer from LSU. Kerrigan checks that runner at first, and the pitch. High inside.
Good job by Minnick to keep that one from going back.
In fact, he lost his mask
He
going
did.
after it. 1-1.
Had to jump for that ball.
Kerrigan with a 1-1 pitch. Here it is. That's over the outside corner. Strike 2 called.
He's already struck him out twice. How about another one?
And the 1-2 pitch. A little tap over the pitcher's head. Badalak picks it up. Can't make a throw. That had infield hit written all over it.
Boy, it sure did.
So runners will now be at first and second with 1 out. I guess Rudell feels like he just hit a grand slam.
Well, you know what? In the scorebook, a little hopper like that looks like a solid blow to the outfield. Line drive.
Yes, Eli Birch, the catcher, stems in. He's 0 for 2. He's a right-handed batter. Infield looking for 2. Kerrigan steps off the mound, throws at second. He did not have to throw the ball because the runner was standing on second base. And now Coach Myers is out.
We've got some action in the Raider bullpen. Who's that throwing down there?
That's a right-hander.
It is a right-hander.
That's all I can tell you right now.
I'm not picking that number up right.
Well, you've got a little more time, John, because he's not coming in right now.
All right. There we go. That's Will Jenkins throwing in the Raider pen.
Conference is over. Coach Myers headed back to the dugout. Runners at first and second with one out. And Eli Birch, the batter. And now the plate umpire and the Louisiana Tech skipper have a word. I don't know what that was about. Plate umpire walked over and kind of met him halfway to the dugout. Now we're ready to play. First and second, one out. And the pitch. Outside, ball one. Birch 255 on the year with a couple of home runs. There's a ball drilled. That is a fair ball.
No, he called it foul. The home plate umpire called it.
Third base umpire was
in the middle.
Had the windmill going. He was.
That was the third base coach who had the windmill going.
Did I say?
You did say the umpire. The umpire, third base umpire, is in the middle of the infield right now.
So that is a 1-1 count now. And the pitch. Low for a ball, 2-1.
Got some good news from across campus, Dick. Lady Raiders scored 4 in the bottom of the 5th. They're in the top of the 6th now, leading Western Kentucky 4-2.
That's a 7-inning game.
That's correct.
The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left field and deep.
Off the wall.
And Snyder will get it back in, but not before 2 runs come in to score. Thought for a moment that ball might get out of here.
It looked like it, didn't it? That's a double off the base of the wall at the 365 sign in left center field. And it is 2 RBI.
So that scores Mexico and Rudell. And we'll make it
and that's going to be enough for Coach Jerry Myers. He's at, and he has made the call.
Make it a 4-2 game in favor of La Tech, and we will have a pitching change here. So Kerrigan pitches 5 1/3 good innings, and then with 1 out in the 5th, single, double, and he is out. Will Jenkins is in, and we will tell you about him when we come back. We'll take a break with Louisiana Tech leading 4-2. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
So Colin Kerrigan leaves after 5 1/3 innings through 5 really good innings. Gave up only 3 hits, but they got to him for 3 hits here in the 6th, and Will Jenkins is on to replace him.
Will Jenkins making his 12th appearance, his 9th in relief. He's thrown 31 in the 3rd innings, giving up 24 runs, 22 of them earned on 36 hits, 17 walks, 21 strikeouts. He's got a 6.32 ERA, a 2-3 record with 2 saves.
Bulldogs will have a runner at second with 1 out. Batter is Thaxton Birch, who twice has grounded to Matt Wolf at short. Birch, a right-handed batter, hitting .318 on the season. So it's up to Will Jenkins to try and get out of this inning with no further damage. Pitch is a ball outside. Will has been really good at times this year.
He has.
Did not fare well in his last start. And the pitch swung on, driven into left center, and that one is going to get down. Snyder made a good play to get it back in quickly and almost had a chance at second base. But Birch beat the throw just by a whisker.
Heston took a real gamble on that ball. He went to his knees, cut it off. If that gets it by him, it's going to go to the wall.
So that runner's charged to Kerrigan.
So that's going to close the book on Kerrigan. He goes 5 1/3, gives up 5 runs, all earned on 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit batter.
Here's Halsey, the first baseman, takes the pitch outside, ball 1.
Don't hang the slider to him, Will.
Well, he has hit 2 home runs to left field off the left-hander Kerrigan. Let's see how the right-hander fares against him. Pitch to the plate, outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Kerrigan had not given up a home run this season until those 2 hit by Halsey. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed.
Well, he was trying to hit a third one in this ball game with that swing.
So 2 singles followed by 2 doubles have produced 3 runs here and a 5-2 lead for the Bulldogs. There's a strike called, and it's 2-2.
Four straight hits. Time to get an out, Dick.
Still just 1 out here in the inning. Ball 3 is low, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming, and he walked him. Again, try to get that outside corner, and just missed. So runners will be at first and second with 1 out, and the batter is Will Safford.
Shortstop number 3, Will Safford.
He has twice grounded to Badalack at second base.
If he'll do that again, we can get out of this inning.
1 out, runners first and second. And Jenkins with the pitch, driven to center field. Snyder moving over, makes the catch. The runner tags. Here comes the throw, and it's cut off. So the runner on second base, Birch, will advance on the after the catch by Snyder, which was out number 2. Leadoff man, Colton Coates, will stand in. Switch hitter, he'll be turn around and bat left-handed against the right-hander Will Jenkins. Raiders have another right-hander throwing in the pen. First and third, the pitch. Coates takes it a bit low for ball 1. He is the 8th man to bat here in the 6th inning. 3 runs have scored.
That's Landon Birch starting to get loose in the Raider bullpen.
1 ball, no strikes. Birch takes the strike. It's 1-1. Louisiana Tech has won 4 straight. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. 1-2. You know, winning's a lot like losing, John. Once you get rolling, you don't think you can lose again. On the other hand, once you lose several in a row, you think, well, what's it going to take to win again?
One? Yeah.
2-2.
Oh,
pretty good looking pitch.
Boy,
there.
that sure was. Well, you think that was up, maybe?
It was a 1-2 count. Now it's 2-2. Jenkins with the pitch. Missed outside. Ball 3. Full count. That runner at first could take off with the pitch. The runner at third will have to stick over there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is just low for ball 4.
Boy, and that loads the bases.
You know, he's not missing bad.
No.
It's just. And the batter is Berkeley. Grounded out in the 5th. After being hit by a pitch and having walked earlier. Bases loaded, 2 outs. He's the 9th man to bat here in the inning. And he hits it foul past third. 1 strike. Jenkins with the pitch, missed outside, ball 1, 1-1. Ballard, who led off the inning by flying out, is on deck. Check swing and a strike.
Yeah. They peeled to first base umpire.
1-2.
Clench that fist.
Jenkins with a 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. So the inning is over as Jenkins strikes out Berkeley, but not before the Bulldogs come up with 3 runs and 4 hits in the inning. They leave 2. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Louisiana Tech 5, Middle Tennessee 2. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Raiders got some catching up to do now as Louisiana Tech has taken a 5-2 lead. Raiders will have Keaton Ray to lead off against left-hander Luke Cooley. The Raiders have been able to put men on base in every inning, John, and we need to do that here. Even
well, our problem is
more so.
We've left 5 on.
Keaton Ray's had 2 hits, single in the second, again in the fourth.
Our best chance was back in the third inning. We had the bases juiced and inning-ending double play.
Pitch is outside to Keaton for ball 1. He's hit the ball sharply both times. Takes ball 2 outside, 2-0. And the lefty's pitch down low, ball 3. He's pitching very carefully to Ray, who apparently was seeing the ball pretty good in his first 2 at-bats. And the 3-0 is in there for a strike, 3-1. Cooley's pitch misses low for ball 4. Raiders have the leadoff man on in the 6th.
That's the 3rd time that Keaton Ray has reached base in this ball game. Well, that's what it takes. If you're down by 3, you gotta have base runners.
4th time the Raiders have had the leadoff man on in this game, and the batter is Matt Wolf. Flied out in the 2nd. And walked and scored in the 4th. Throw to first, runner back. Wolf, a .303 hitter coming into the game. First pitch to him, line to left field, and a diving catch by the left fielder robs him of a hit.
And if he doesn't make that play, that's through to the wall, and Keaton Ray might go all the way.
So Wolf lines out to left field on a good catch out there by Zeb Riddell. The batter is Clay Badalak. Had a base hit his last at bat. Pitch to the plate, showed bunt, the ball gets away from the catcher, and down to second will go Ray. I think that's a wild pitch or maybe a pass ball.
Well, I don't know. It's a tough call.
The catcher might have taken his eye off it
that
momentarily.
Could well be because the runner. I don't know.
So now down at second, Keaton Ray.
You know how disinclined I am to call pass balls, but every once in a while that's what happened. You know, the Lady Raiders had a streak of, I can't even remember how long the streak was now, hitting a home run in every game.
There's a ball little hit to the first baseman. I thought that one might go through, and he just barely gets Badalak at first base.
He doesn't move that quickly, does he?
No, he does not.
Runner at third now.
So 2 outs.
Lady Raiders have hit 2 tonight.
I believe that streak was something like 28 straight or something
like that. Well, it's 1 game longer now.
Here's Kenny McKinley with a runner at third.
They're in the bottom of the 6th of that game, and it's tied at 4.
Pitch is low for ball 1.
It's the Lady Raiders hosting Western Kentucky.
Keaton Ray over at third with 2 outs. Kenny McKinley 1 for 2 tonight. Swings and misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
Western Kentucky scored 3 in the top of the 6th in that game to tie it up.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit to left field and deep. Left fielder going back.
There we go.
Climbs the wall, but he's going to need a ladder if he's going to get that one. That is out of here at the Wall of Champions, about the same place that their batter hit his first home run.
That's right.
And that is a 2-run shot, and will make it a 1-run ball game. And for Kenny, that's his 7th home run and second in 2 games.
That's why he's in this lineup. And we got a 1-run ball game now.
So that is hit number 8. Runs number 3 and 4 off Cooley.
We've actually out-hit the Bulldogs.
And the batter will be Brett Rogers. First pitch to him, ball 1. Left-hander delivers, swung on, hit sharply but foul. Down the first base side, it's 1-1. Kenny McKinley with his 7th home run of the year. Over the wall in left field.
2-run shot.
There's a bouncing foul over by the Raider dugout, 1-2. I thought that left fielder was going to climb that wall.
He was trying to, wasn't he?
1-2 the count.
Oh, wow. What a great job of hitting.
Down the left field line. Rogers thought about going for 2, but.
Well, that was a wise decision. Went opposite field, got that ball down the line. The left fielder, though, it didn't have the kind of speed that it took to get the wall. Left fielder was able to get over, cut it off, and hold Rogers to a single. That gets a mound visit, though, and we're going to see a new pitcher.
So the head coach, Lane Burrows, out to the mound. That indicates that a pitching change is coming up. So we'll have a new pitcher coming in for the Bulldogs with 2 outs here in the 6th inning and the tying run on base for the Raiders. We'll take a break while he takes some warm-up tosses. And back with more on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Well, John, we've got a right-hander coming in. Nate Kreider making his 14th appearance.
That's a lot of baseball. And in those previous 13 appearances, he's thrown 15 in the 3rd innings. Given up 12 runs, all earned, 16 hits, 13 walks, 23 strikeouts. He's got a 7.04 ERA, a 1-1 record. Opponents hitting .281 against him. And I'm looking at those hits. 7 of those 16 hits are for extra bases, 4 doubles, 3 home runs. So we need to jump this guy and jump him in a hurry.
Kreider's a senior from Paragould, Arkansas.
That's over in duck hunting country, isn't it?
Dyersburg State Community College transfer. That's close to Paragould, by the way.
Yeah.
Throw to first, the runner back.
Right across the river.
Eston Snyder 2 singles and a walk tonight. Rogers, the runner at first. Throw to first. He's back. He is a threat to run. Rogers with good speed represents the tying run. Another throw to first, and again he's back. They expect him to run, John.
They sure do. Snyder still hasn't seen a pitch. If there weren't 2 outs, it wouldn't surprise me to see him sacrificing to second to get the runner in scoring position.
There he goes, and the catcher dropped the ball again.
Well, we still don't know whether or not he can throw.
No, we don't. Both times the Raiders have tried to steal, the catcher's not been able to catch it. So a stolen base for Rogers. He's at second in scoring position.
So a base hit here, it probably ties the score.
1 strike to count to Snyder.
Well, if you're going to give up 3 in the top, you want to come back with 3 in the bottom.
Strike 2 is called. It's 0-2. So Snyder's got to knuckle down here and try to protect that plate.
Well, he can do that.
Swing at anything close. Runner leads at second and struck him out swinging. Did I see anything close?
Well, that was that was maybe a ball 1, but too close to take.
That is all in the 6th inning. But the Raiders come up with 2. Kreider comes in and gets a big strikeout. 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 left. We've completed 6 full innings. Totals for Middle Tennessee, 4 runs. What is that, 8 or 9? 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Bulldogs, 5 runs, and they have 7 hits and no errors. 5-4, Louisiana Tech leading as we go to the 7th on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Oh, your legal ID, and we'll get that to you in just a minute as we go to the 7th inning. And the leadoff batter will be the same batter who led off the 6th inning. That would be Michael Ballard. First pitch from Will Jenkins, ball 1. Jenkins' next pitch is a strike. Let's pause quickly for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Ballard takes ball 2 down low, and it's 2-1. Will Jenkins came on in the 6th inning to replace starter Colin Kerrigan. There's a strike that had him backing away out of the out of the batter's box.
Yeah. Wow.
2-2. Jenkins' pitch swung on, hit to right field. Rogers moving over, and he will grab it for out number 1. 1 out in the 7th. Well, both starters went 5 innings, and each got relieved in the 6th. Kerrigan goes 5 1/3 for the Raiders. Cooley went 5 2/3 for the Bulldogs. Here's Mexico.
I'll get you some final numbers here in just a second for Cooley.
Mexico takes a strike, 0-1. Had a single and a double tonight, 2 for 3. Jenkins pitch.
Ooh.
A little bit low, 1-1. It's 5-4, Louisiana Tech leading. We're in the top of the 7th inning. A swing and a miss. And had him a little bit off balance on that swing, 1-2.
Final numbers on the starter, Luke Cooley. He goes 5 2/3 innings, gives up 4 runs, all earned on 9 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts.
Ground ball to second. Badalak eats it up over to first. That's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the 7th, and the batter is Zeb Rudell. Struck out his first 2 at-bats and then got a infield hit in the 6th inning.
Left fielder number 6.
And he has scored a run. Gets to bat against the right-hander for the first time. Takes a strike called. Left-handed hitter. He's a first-year player. Sophomore. There's ball 1, 1-1. Right-hander Will Jenkins working in his 2nd inning in relief. Delivers outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Rudell. And the pitch. Check swing, and that's down low. Ball 3. 3-1. And he walked him on an inside pitch, ball 4.
Hate to let him get away.
It's 5 walks given up by Blue Raider pitchers tonight. Runner is at first base with 2 outs for Eli Birch, the catcher. He had a double in the 6th inning. He drove in the tie-breaking runs. Swings and fouls it to the screen. Struck 1. That was his 8th double of the year, and 2 RBIs gives him 25 on the season. 1 strike to count.
Umpire just turned around and told that on-deck hitter he needed to be a little bit closer to that on-deck circle.
Here's the pitch, and an off-speed pitch is high, 1-1. A lot of batters don't like to stand in that. It's a rubberized circle.
Hardly anybody actually stands in it. But he was.
Runner goes, swinging a foul.
He was over almost behind the plate. What he's trying to do is see what Will Jenkins is throwing.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Runner was off with the pitch there. See if he's going this time, and he'll draw a throw over to the first base and gets back in time. Count 1-2 to Birch, rather. We've also got Birch in the bullpen, although they spell their names differently.
Yeah, the Birch brothers from Louisiana Tech are B-E-R-C-H. This is Eli, his brother Thaxton on deck.
Jenkins with the pitch. The runner goes again. Ground ball to short. Wolf has it over to first, and that will retire the side. in the 7th inning. So the walk doesn't hurt anything. No runs, no hits, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time at the ballpark. John's going to update you on some Conference USA scores when we come back. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Back at Reese Smith Field as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. On the mound, Nate Kreider for Louisiana Tech. Score 5-4. Speaking of scores, let me catch you up on what is going on in Conference USA tonight. First of all, we have a final from here in Murfreesboro. Middle Tennessee, a 5-4 winner across campus in girls softball, or women's softball, excuse me. What else we got going? Up in Virginia, Western Kentucky is on top of Liberty, 6-2. They're in the bottom of the 9th. Liberty batting with 2 outs in that game. Looks like that one. Well, it's that 27th out there they're looking for. New Mexico State at FIU. New Mexico State leading that one 6-4. They've just gone to the bottom of the 9th. Down in Alabama, Dallas Baptist visiting Jacksonville State. In the bottom of the 5th, Dallas Baptist up 7-0 in that ball game. And down in Texas, Kennesaw State at Sam Houston. And they are tied 2-2 going to the top of the 6th. And that catches you up on the DNJ scoreboard. All the sports that you could possibly want, right?
All right, here's Brett Von Dolan to lead it off in the 7th inning.
Raiders,
5-4, Louisiana Tech leading.
Yeah, Raiders need a run. Need 2 runs more.
Von Dolan has a single in 3 trips. And the relief pitcher, Kreider, ready to work to him. Check swing and a ball outside.
Dallas Baptist has just scored again. That's 8-0. Looks like they would very much like to have a 7-inning ball game up there. Or down there.
Von Dolan, Minnick, Miller here in this inning. Pitches low, ball 2. 2-0. So Kreider came in and struck out Eston Snyder. That was the only batter he faced in the 6th inning. And he is now behind 3-0 to Von Dolan.
Scoreboard says 2-1.
Oh?
No, the umpire is correcting him. It is 3-0. You're right. Scoreboard had it wrong.
Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Tying run is on here in the 7th with no outs, and the batter is Tyler Minnick. Pitching coach now is going to make a visit.
Boy, they keep pitching Brett Von Dolan carefully, don't they? For good reason.
Well, they should, yes. Cooper Fouts, who is also the associate head coach and the pitching coach, been there a long time. Louisiana Tech this year on the road is only 6-6, but they're 15-6 at home. in conference games, this is only their second out-of-town conference series. They took 2 out of 3 in their first series out of town. So the Raiders at home are 14-9, but have had a lot of trouble winning on the road.
Well, speaking of winning, Western Kentucky up at Liberty, that game has gone final 6-2 win for Western Kentucky. They improved to 6-3. Liberty now at 5-5.
Tyler Minnick still waiting to see a pitch as the throw goes to first. Von Dolan has not attempted a stolen base this season, so it's unlikely that he would be running unless they try to play a little hit and run. Pitch is outside, ball 1.
I think what we'd like is a runner at scoring position, but I'm not sure that Minnick is going to get it by stealing that bag. Wild pitch would be good.
Pitch is a strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Minnick.
Well, he's bringing that fastball pretty good. That's 93 miles an hour.
Kreider, the right-hander, with the pitch. Check swing, and it hit his bat. Didn't get the bat out of the way, and it's 1-2. Hayden Miller waiting to hit next. And the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to right field, but not deep enough. Right fielder coming on. And that is Berkeley, who will haul it in for out number 1. One
Dick,
down in the 7th.
Dick, were you in the room when I gave them that score from across campus? Lady Raiders, 5-4 winner over Western Kentucky.
Good for them. Pitch to Miller. The runner is going. And again, we don't get to see if the catcher can throw because that ball was into the turf. Ball 1. So give Von Dolan his first stolen base of the season.
So that means we've got the tying run at second base with just 1 out.
And a bouncing ball to third. They'll hold the runner at second, throw across, and that is out number 2. So it's going to be up to Keaton Ray to try and get that run in.
This will be his first at-bat against a right-hander in this ball game.
2 singles and a walk. Keaton Ray transferred from Walter State up in Morristown, Tennessee. We drove by there and, in fact, stopped, got a bite to eat there on the way to Liberty last weekend. Check of the runner and the pitch to the plate inside, ball 1. Kreider comes set. And Ray takes it inside. Ball 2, 2-0. Matt Wolf, the on-deck hitter. Von Dolan, who walked and stole second in scoring position there, but 2 outs. 2 balls, no strikes. And he takes this pitch low for ball 3. Kreider being very careful with Keaton Ray. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Takes a strike, 3-1. Kreider comes set, and the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air into shallow left field, shortstop back. 1 or 2 steps back on the outfield grass. He's got it for out number 3. So a leadoff walk, but that's it in the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We'll go to the 8th inning. Louisiana Tech 5, Middle Tennessee 4, here on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Louisiana Tech will have the bottom third of their batting order coming up. That would be Thaxton, Birch, Halsey, and Safford.
Well, we're going to get delayed here a few more seconds because the Tyler Minnick's throw down to second base went into center field.
Here's Birch.
All right, we're ready to go.
Has a double in 3 trips. His double in the 6th inning drove in a run, which now is the deciding one in this game. There's a bunt attempt, foul outside the bag at first.
I wish it had stayed fair because it would have been right at Hayden Miller.
1 strike to count.
We had another Conference USA final while we were away on break. I'll get that in a second.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Down in Miami, New Mexico State hangs on for a 6-4 win down there.
Pitch outside. That one's in the turf and went off Minnick's equipment, rolled out in the infield, 1-2.
So we still got Dallas Baptist at Jacksonville State going and Kennesaw State at Sam Houston.
1-2 pitch coming, and it's low for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Thaxton Birch. Jenkins with the pitch. Close. Called a ball, 3-2. Tried to get that outside corner, didn't get the call. Full count. Ball hit the third, backhanded by Von Dolan. Long throw to first in time for out number 1.
What a strong throw.
1 away. And the batter is Halsey. He's the first baseman with 2 home runs tonight and a walk.
First baseman number 50.
Big freshman, 6'2", 240. And just out of high school. Pitch is low for ball 1. Halsey, a .265 hitter on the season. Strike called, 1-1. Both of his home runs went to left field in the 2nd inning and in the 5th inning off the left-hander Kerrigan. Swinging a foul over by the on-deck circle, 1-2.
I'm wondering whether he was trying to go opposite field or he just couldn't get around on Kerrigan.
The pitch, high for a ball, 2-2. Truth be known, I think he was just trying to hit it anywhere.
Just get the bat on the ball. Oh,
and that pitch a little bit high, I guess. 3-2.
Just barely missed on the corner.
Payoff pitch coming and walked him.
That wasn't close.
So he's walked twice since the 2 home runs, and that's the 4th walk given up by Jenkins. And with 1 out, the batter is the shortstop, Will Safford.
Shortstop number 3, Will.
He has grounded out twice and flied to center. La Tech leading 5-4. We're in the top of the 8th inning here at Reese Smith. The pitch inside, ball 1 to the left-handed hitting shortstop.
For a minute there, it looked like we had something going on in our bullpen, but we don't. I think it was just a couple of guys down there throwing a little bit, maybe to stay warm.
Safford swings, fouls this one out of play, and it's 1-1. Safford not a big hitter, but he has hit 3 home runs against Middle Tennessee in the past. There's a swing and a miss, 1-2. Hit only 198 last year, started just about every game. They keep him in there for his glove. Here's the 1-2 outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You got a pretty good ball club if you can afford to keep somebody around just for their glove.
Which is popped up into shallow left field. Left fielder coming on will make the grab. Keaton Ray for out number 2.
Called off shortstop Matt Wolf.
So with 2 outs, the leadoff man Coates will come up for the 5th time. Coates has flied out twice, grounded out, and walked.
Third baseman number 9, Colton Coates.
5-4 game. We are in the 8th inning. Louisiana Tech took the lead with a big 3-run 6th. Pitches inside to Coates for ball 1. Raiders came right back in their half of the inning and got 2. Left the tying run on. Low for a ball, 2-0. In fact, the Raiders left the tying run on in the 6th and in the 7th. Two balls, no strikes. Jenkins' pitch misses inside, ball 3.
Yet again, we have trouble getting that 3rd out, putting them away.
And ball 4 is outside. 4-pitch walk. 5th walk given up by Jenkins. So runners will be at 1st and 2nd, both walks. And the batter will be Berkeley, who has walked, been hit by a pitch, grounded out, and struck out. Coach Myers on his way to the mound.
Now he's going to try and tell him to throw strikes because right now, let's see, is it?
What we need is a First Vision strikeout. First Vision Bank, a proud partner of Blue Raider Athletics, is the official strikeout partner for Middle Tennessee baseball. Don't strike out on your banking services. First Vision Bank, providing more power to your business.
Left-hander and a right-hander throwing in the Raider bullpen. Both of them have sweatshirts on, so you can't see the numbers.
Here's Berkeley. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. This is a righty-righty matchup.
I'm thinking that left-hander's probably Cole Torbett.
And the pitch to the plate is a strike called. 1-1.
That right-hander might be Logan Bingham, who came on and did a really nice job in Clarksville the other night.
Swing and a miss. And Berkeley went after one in the turf. That's 1-2.
Seems like the left-hander is the one that's serious about getting ready.
Jenkins comes set the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and popped into right field. Rogers coming on. He will make the grab in shallow right. That's all in the 8th inning. So the Raiders work around a pair of walks. No runs, no hits, 2 left. We'll go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Matt Wolf will be leading it off for the Raiders, who trail by a score of 5-4. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Have a pitching change for Louisiana Tech, as they will bring in a new pitcher.
It's number 16.
Haven't found him yet.
That is Logan Forsyth, who is a right-hander.
Yeah, there he is, making his
16th appearance.
16th appearance. He must be their closer.
Well, it looks to me like the closer is Blake Hooks, because he's got 5 saves. But anyway, Logan Forsyth, 16th appearance. He's thrown 28 innings, given up 15 runs, 12 earned, 17 hits, 21 walks, 39 strikeouts. 3.86 ERA with no decisions but 1 save. Opponents are hitting only 177. But this guy has been known to throw a wild pitch. He's thrown 5. He's hit 3 batters, so he can be had.
6-footer, 185, a junior from Mississippi. And transfer from Mississippi State. Got a lot of SEC drop downs on this team, don't they?
Well,
here's Matt Wolf.
I suspect that it's not easy to break the starting 9 at LSU or Mississippi State.
Wolf 0 for 2 with a walk. Takes the first pitch. Strike call, 0-1. Zipped that one in there at 92 miles an hour. 1 strike to Wolf. Forsyth, the right-hander. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. Wolf battle act McKinley here in the 8th. High outside for a ball, 1-2.
Final numbers on Nate Kreider. Inning in a third, no runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He was pretty effective.
And the 1-2 pitch to Wolf is high and outside, ball 2.
That one strikeout was to end that 6th inning. We had a runner on scoring position.
2-2 the count.
After scoring a couple of runs. That would have been the tying run.
Inside, ball 3. So a full count to Matt Wolf leading off here in the 8th inning. Forsythe pitches out of the set position. And the 3-2 pitch popped into right center. Everybody on a long run. Right fielder makes a sliding catch.
He was on his back when he caught that baseball. I thought we were about to have three players collide with each other.
So it's a good play out there by the right fielder, Berkeley. He's made a couple of those tonight. 1 out. Here's Badalak. Clay has a single in 3 trips. Forsythe, the right-hander, with the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. One out here in the 8th. Ball is inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The Raiders have had ample base runners in this game, just have not been able to push many of them across. Ground ball, diving, but past the second baseman Ballard into right center. And Badalak represents the tying run now at first base.
And got something going because we've got Kenny McKinley. He's already got a 2-run homer in this ball game.
Singled in the 3rd inning, struck out in the 4th, and homered in the 6th. So here's McKinley with a runner at first and 1 out. Forsythe with a pitch. Swing and a miss. A little bit late on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-1. Quick throw to first, the runner back.
Badalak had taken a huge secondary lead on that previous pitch.
Forsythe out of the stretch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
I think he might have fouled that ball.
One on, 1 out in the 8th inning. Raiders 1 run down. Ball is outside. 1-2. Forsythe comes set. Runner goes. Swinging a foul. Raiders trying to get something going here. Sent Badalak.
Playing hit and run.
McKinley fouled it to the screen. Forsythe will throw to first. Runner gets back.
That wind's still blowing, but not like it was at the beginning of this ball game.
One and two the count. Another throw to first.
Boy, that one.
Go ahead and throw it away.
That's right. He almost threw that one down the line.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. Count holding. Kenny just spoiled that pitch.
Yeah.
Had he hit it fair, wouldn't have gone very far.
No.
So another 1-2 pitch coming up right after another throw to first.
They really think that the way to stop the running game is not to put it in the catcher's hand, right? Is that the impression you're getting?
There he goes, swing and a miss, and no throw. So Badalak steals second, and Kenny struck out on a bad pitch outside. In fact, the catcher had to come out of the box.
There was no way that he could he didn't even attempt to try the exchange to make the throw.
It's going to be up to Brett Rogers. Singled in the sixth inning, took it the opposite way.
You know, we've left runners on base in every inning except the first.
Rogers backs away from a pitch inside, ball one. And the only reason we didn't leave one then was because the runner got picked off. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Rogers a .362 hitter against right-handers.
He's got Badalak out there in scoring position with 2 outs in the 8th inning.
Badalak the tying run.
And the pitch. Swung on, hit down the left field line, foul. The count is 1-2. Eston Snyder waiting to hit next. Runner at second. 2 down. Pitch to the plate, high. Ball 2. 2-2. Most of this crowd has stuck around for this one, even as the temperature started to dip. They're hanging with it.
Looks like they came prepared. I don't see the young kids, so.
Pitch is inside, ball 3, and the entire infield started for the dugout.
They sure did.
As did the pitcher.
Yeah.
They didn't get the call.
Our Braves and our Sox are not here anymore.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 8th. Swinging a ball hit foul down the left side. It's going to be out of play. He'll do it again.
There's still some young people down there to go chasing after that baseball.
Badalak, the runner at second, representing the tying run in a 5-4 game. Another 3-2 pitch coming up. Badalak's going for third. That ball's hit down the left field line and deep but foul.
Well, it was trying to go opposite field, which he was able to do, but that ball was foul. Gosh, 8-10 feet by the time it got to the wall.
Raiders took a chance then, sending the runner. Had he, well, not really. Had he struck out, it would have ended the inning. So, not a bad play. Now they toss back to second, and Badalak gets back.
That was kind of an eephus ball that he threw back there, wasn't it?
Now Coach Myers.
They think Coach Myers says, I think there was a balk there, and they're bringing the umpires in to confer.
Well, if it wasn't called right away, they're not going to call it now, I don't think. I mean, that's something that they don't have anything to look at. Well, they were putting.
Whatever it is, they've
putting Rogers on base.
Maybe catcher's interference?
That was a 3-2 count. And the pitcher turned and threw back to second.
Pitch clock violation, maybe? I don't know.
That could be.
All I know is that we have a runner at first base. I think they're going to call catcher's interference because he's home plate umpire is talking to the catcher.
But the catcher wasn't involved.
You got me.
The pitcher's the.
Well, he didn't even make a pitch, did he?
No, he threw it to second. We got a new pitcher coming in anyway. So we got a pitching change. We'll take a minute to kind of hash this out. We'll be back to tell you about the new pitcher after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Well, we didn't figure out how the runner got to first base.
Our official score is as deep in the dark as we are.
New pitcher is Blake Hooks, a senior from Petal, Mississippi.
I know where Petal, Mississippi is.
He is a transfer from Pearl River Community College, where he helped them win a national junior college national championship.
Well, Blake Hooks making his 14th appearance. He's thrown 16 2/3 innings, given up only 5 runs, both earned on 15 hits, 7 walks, 24 strikeouts, 2.70 ERA, a 2-0 record with 5 saves. He's a tough customer.
So he is their closer, and they're maybe bringing him in an inning earlier than they had planned.
Well, sometimes if you're going to this is closer to a save situation than bringing him in the ninth if you were behind.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs for
in
Eston
fact,
Snyder.
if we were able to get these 2 runs across.
Pitch is swung on and fouled. That will be out of play. Strike 1.
Yeah, if we were able to get these 2 runs across, they might not have an opportunity to bring in the closer in the ninth if we were still ahead.
1 strike to count to Snyder. And the pitch swung on, bounced to first, and he bobbles it, and they get him at first. Nice job by the pitcher covering the bag. The first baseman had trouble coming up with it. And Snyder slid into first base, but they just got there in time. That will do it in the 8th inning. For the Raiders, no runs, a hit, and 2 left. We will go to the 9th inning in this Conference USA contest. It is Louisiana Tech 5, Middle Tennessee 4. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the top of the ninth inning. Louisiana Tech leading 5-4. There are 3-4-5 hitters scheduled here against Will Jenkins. It'll be Michael Ballard to lead it off. Ballard, Mexico, and Rudell. And Jenkins' first pitch to Ballard is swung on and hit into center field. Diving effort by Eston Snyder, but he didn't come up with it.
Looked like he had trouble picking up the ball off the bat, Dick, because he had a little bit of hesitation before he came racing in.
It's only the second hit off Will Jenkins since coming in, and the batter is Mexico. Sebastian Mexico has 2 hits in the game. And the pitch to him is swung on and missed, strike one. Doubled in the fourth, singled and scored in the sixth. Throw over to first. Pitch is a bit low for ball one. Well, if the game ends this way in a one-run game, the Raiders will lament the fact that they have left runners on base in every inning but the first. Here's the 1-1. Strike on the inside corner.
And it's not just leaving runners on base, it's leaving runners on base in scoring position.
1-2 the count now to Mexico. Jenkins turns, throws to first. Ballard is back. Ballard, by the way, extended his hitting streak to 12 straight games with that short single to center field.
Of all those men left on base, Dick, only one was not in scoring position at the end of an inning.
Ball hit in the air into left center. Keaton Ray moving over, and he's going to take it for out number one. So 1 out in the ninth. Batter is Zeb Rudell. Struck out twice, singled and walked.
Left fielder number 6, Zeb Rudell.
Here's Jenkins' pitch, and it's taken for a strike, 0-1. Swung on, hit to left field. Keaton Ray going back on the track. Reaches up and takes it for out number 2. So 2 down with a runner at first. The batter is Eli Birch, the catcher. Raiders will have Von Dolan, Minnick, and Hayden Miller scheduled to hit in the ninth. Ballard with the leadoff single. Short lead at first, ground ball to third. Von Dolan takes it across the infield and in time for out number 3. So that is all in the ninth. No runs, a hit, and 1 left. This game goes to the bottom of the ninth inning with the score Louisiana Tech 5, Middle Tennessee 4. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
So we go to the bottom of the ninth inning, and if the Raiders do anything, they'll have to do it against a pretty good closer in Blake Hooks, who has 5 saves and the best earned run average on their team. So it'll be Bondolan to lead it off.
And he's a sidearmer, Dick. We don't see many sidearmers anymore.
Bondolan has singled and walked. He's popped out and grounded out. Has also his first stolen base of the season. Came in the 7th inning.
And we still don't know whether this catcher can throw or not.
Hooks for the pitch. And it's outside, ball 1.
Well, they have pitched Bondolan so carefully all night. One mistake, though, and we got a tie ball game.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. In the big leagues, they call that pitch a sweeper.
Yeah.
One ball, 1 strike.
Been throwing his fastball in the 90s, came back at 83.
Bondolan swings and hits it in the air to shallow center. Shortstop back is making the call, and he'll take it for out number 1. So 1 out in the 9th. And Tyler Minnick will stand in. Tyler's looking for his first hit. Hit the ball in the air 3 times, and the one time he hit it on the ground, they turned to double play. Hooks for the pitch. Missed outside, ball 1.
Catcher tried to frame that ball. Wasn't totally convincing, huh?
And the pitch. Way outside. Had trouble, would have had trouble framing that one. 2-0, the count. That one went all the way to the backstop. Raiders need base runners. Ground ball to short. Stafford up, and the throw to first a little bit low, but to come up with it. 2 up, 2 down in the 9th. It's going to be up to Hayden Miller.
Well, when you're 6'2", you can do some stretching.
Oh, that's a different first baseman, John.
Oh, is it?
I don't know who it is, but he's left-handed.
Oh, that's right.
Or maybe he's right-handed. I don't know. I thought he had the glove on that other hand. There's ball 1.
He is right-handed, but you're right. That is not Hauser. That is number 9. And number 9 is, well, that's Coates. Is that right?
The pitch. High. 1 ball, or 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0. Miller takes ball 3 outside. They're being very careful with him. Keaton Ray is on deck.
What they've done is they brought in and I think they did this back when they brought in Forsyth, Grant Como.
Pitch is a strike, 3-1.
Is at third base, and he is in that 8 slot. Hauser's slot, and Colton Coates went over to first base.
3 balls and a strike. Swung on, hit in the air in the left field. That's going to be playable and will be caught out there by Riddell for out number 3. So that is all in the 9th. Raiders go up and down in order, and for once do not leave anybody on. Final score, Louisiana Tech 5 and Middle Tennessee 4. Tech will improve to 22-12 overall, 7-2 in Conference USA. That is their 5th straight win. Raiders fall to 15-19, 2-8 in the conference, and for the Raiders, their 6th consecutive loss. Good ball game, but the Raiders just could not push across runs when they needed them. And La Tech wins it by a score 5-4. We're going to take 2 minutes here, and then we'll come back with our post-game show. 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290. Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap the action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, and by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. Let's head to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
Well, Louisiana Tech grabs the first game of this 3-game series by a score of 5-4 as the Bulldogs got out in front early with a solo home run in the second inning by Trey Halsey to make it 1-0. The Raiders picked up 2 in the fourth inning to take a 2-1 lead, but it was short-lived as Halsey hit another home run in the fifth inning to tie the game at 2-2. And then in the sixth inning, with both starting pitchers still in the game, Tech got to Colin Kerrigan. The Raiders made a pitching change in the inning, bringing in Will Jenkins. Tech scored 3 runs in the inning. All of those were charged to the starter, Kerrigan, and they took a 5-2 lead. But the Raiders came back in their half of the sixth inning and picked up a pair of runs on a 2-run homer by Kenny McKinley to cut the lead to 5-4, but neither team was able to push across anything after the 6th inning, and the final score is 5-4, Louisiana Tech. Final totals for the Bulldogs: 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They leave 10 men on base. And for the Blue Raiders, 4 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The Raiders leave 9 men on base and left a man on base in every inning except the 1st and the 9th. A save goes to their closer, Hooks, who came in, actually got the last out in the 8th inning and had a 1-2-3 ninth. And the winning pitcher will be Cooley, the starter, who's now 5-2. The loss goes to the Raiders starter, Colin Kerrigan, who is 0-1. John Callow's down at field level, and he'll be talking here in just a moment with Blue Raider head coach
down here on the field
Jerry
with
Myers.
Coach Jerry Myers. Some pretty good pitching from Colin Kerrigan for 5 innings.
No, it was a competitive game all around. I mean, I felt like our guys did a really good job against their lefty, and Colin did do a nice job as well. But I think they felt like we put some balls in play and had some good at bats, and their starter on their side, I think, was probably feeling fortunate that two runs that he had given up, because we actually has put together some pretty good at bats. But competitive game. I think we did some things well in all 3 phases. There's no consolation in that. Obviously, coming up short is not what we're looking for. But if we continue to try to better at some of the things that we were talking about, just the other day. Last time I talked with you, I mean, at bats got to be competitive. Got to play defense like we did tonight, and got to have some solid pitching, and him and Will did a nice job. Just had that one spurt in there, a couple doubles back to back. It kind of hurt us.
Well, I did like the defense tonight. You had some good play.
Yeah, all the way around, and it was overlooked sometimes. But Minnick was outstanding behind the plate, threw a guy out and blocked several balls that were tough blocks, and just really received well. But just gonna have to try to together and see if we can continue to get better as a team and give ourselves a chance, hopefully tomorrow against another guy who's thrown very well for them.
But you've got Drew Horn going tomorrow.
We do. Drew will go tomorrow, and right now we got Alderman going on Sunday. So,
okay.
Hopefully we can get off to a good start and see if we can continue to build.
That'd be great. Back to you, Dick.
All right, thank you, John. Thanks to Coach Myers for those comments as the Raiders fall to Louisiana Tech by a score of 5-4. It was as Coach said, it was a competitive ball game, and the Raiders played excellent defense, but just could not get runners around when they needed them, stranding 9 men tonight, including 2 in the 8th inning when we were trying to get the tying run on. So that's going to wrap up our broadcast here as Louisiana Tech wins 5-4. Winning pitcher will be Cooley, and the loser will be Kerrigan. Hooks gets the save. Time of the game is 2 hours and 55 minutes, and we played it in 50-degree weather tonight, 59 when the game started. So that is going to wrap it up. I'd like to thank all of you for listening. John Callow and our studio producer, Jackson Smith, tonight. We will see you again tomorrow with Game Time at 4 o'clock. We'll be on with our pregame show at 3:45. Drew Horn will get the ball for the Raiders tomorrow. Wishing you a very pleasant good evening from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without express written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network.